Hi, everybody. This is Terri Beaty from BizSuccessMastermind.com. Today, I am so excited to be able to share with you this presentation because today we speak with Manny Lopez. Now, Manny is only 24 years old, and he's already pioneered the social media industry. His background includes extensive knowledge in marketing and advertising. He's the creator of 8 Steps to Success on Facebook and founder of Brightside Advertising, which tailors to branding companies on Facebook along with custom mobile apps for smartphones, QR codes, marketing, advertising, and graphic design. He's here to share with us secrets you need to know on how to effectively market your brand on Facebook. So during our time, you'll learn how to gather new visitors data, how to market to those people effectively, turn likes into clients, and brand yourself on Facebook. He's also going to share with us his insights on mobile applications and why your business needs one. So without further ado, welcome, Manny.
Hey, how you doing, Terri?
So I'd like to... Go ahead.
Oh, perfect. I'd like to first thank you all for joining us here today. I appreciate you guys giving me the time here to share my knowledge, and I hope you walk away from this better prepared for taking your company digital in 2012. Let me first start by sharing with you exactly what we'll be covering today. So I suggest you grab a piece of paper and a pen and definitely take some notes here. It's going to be a lot of great information you take away from this and start implementing to your business immediately to start seeing results.
Well, that's great. You know, Manny, one of the reasons why I'm so excited is for anyone who has seen us online with the event that we're doing right now, Manny's company and his team put our Facebook fan page together. So I've had the joy of being able to have a lot of interaction with Manny, and so we're going to talk about the Facebook fan page. But before we go into nuts and bolts there around what this page has done for the event, let's get into this, kind of start at the beginning. So, Manny, what are the benefits of a Facebook fan page? Why is it so popular, and how can us as business owners capitalize on it?
That's a great question, Terri. So let's take a look at Facebook in general. Okay, Facebook right now boasts just a little over 800 million users. Okay, looking at what the statistics are, 70% of America is already on Facebook. Okay, and people log in average of at least an hour a day on Facebook. So you got a really big audience of at least 70% of America logging into Facebook every single day and utilizing it for at least an hour a day. I mean, there's nothing really more being used other than television, and we all know how expensive it is to market yourself on television. Mm-hmm. So it's a great tool to actually utilize for marketing purposes, for branding, for getting your company's name out there. And what we want to share with you right now is really how to take that and market it effectively and not really waste your time. Now, the reason why it's so popular is, the viral marketing aspect of what it enables to do. It allows people to connect with their current audience, with their friends, their family, co-workers, things like that on a level really not seen before, and enables people to actually generate a real connection. I mean, anyone and everyone is already on Facebook, so it's not really hard to find people. It's not like you're going to a website where you can't really have the ability to share the content. You've got your friends, your family, anyone that you post anything on Facebook, everyone's going to see it, and that's a really great tool for businesses to be able to utilize. One of the really great benefits with Facebook is the ability to share content. For example, you get someone to go to your Facebook page. Okay? If they click the button called like, that like button does 2 things. First thing it does is opts people into receiving your updates. So if you were to compare this to a website, it's as if someone went to your website and filled out your contact form saying, hey, send me some more information about your business. Okay, that's the first thing that happens. The other thing that happens is they share your content with every single person they know. And with the average Facebook user having close to 200 friends, I mean, just look at the math. You get 5 people to go to your page and like your page, that generates, close to 1,000 people being directed to your actual business. Mm-hmm. I mean, that in itself should be more than what really Facebook is really all about.
And it applies whether your business targets consumers or other businesses?
Doesn't matter. So regardless if it's consumer to business to consumer or business to business, there's always anyone and everyone is already on Facebook. So you have the ability to even market to specific business owners yourself. For example, if you ever put together any type of ad on Facebook, you can narrow down by specific demographics. You can narrow down by the specific type of person, the interest level, if they're business owners, if they're, just out of high school, out of college. Really any type of demographics can really be targeted, and that's a real benefit of Facebook.
Just as you say that, Manny, I think about Facebook compared to Google, and Google certainly has probably a significant portion of their revenue comes in from ads, and Facebook has done a great job mimicking that in terms of being able to target your product or service toward a target market for a small per-click fee. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Facebook ads is a very, very powerful tool in getting your business found online. If you looked at, like I had, for example, we had a client that does business to business, and the way he marks himself, he does Google AdWords, he has his website, and he is currently paying about $7 per click to get himself on the front page of Google for what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Now, we ran the same type of campaign targeting the same type of people, except when instead of targeting keywords on Google, which it's so random, and you have a bunch of people that are going on there that, search for keywords, and you've got so many competition as well. I mean, looking on the front page of Google, there's 21 different companies that are listed for any keyword. Mm-hmm. So you're competing with a lot of other people that do exactly what you do. The benefit with Facebook is that when you have an ad running, your ad's going to be showing up to the specific demographics that you want. So if you know that you target, 18 to 25-year-olds, say you're a limo company and you target the younger generation or people right out of high school or in high school, right for the prom or the winter formals and stuff like that, you can target those specific people. And the cost per click is very minimal. I mean, we're currently running an ad right now where our cost per click right now is 49 cents on average. And we've generated, and the real benefit of Facebook is that you can get people to like your page, to opt in and receiving your updates and share your page with all their friends without even costing you anything. When you see Facebook ads on the right-hand side of your corner, there's three things that you'll see. You're going to see a picture, whatever picture that you want to include as part of your ad. It could be your logo. It could be something relative to what your ad is explaining, like a product or service. It's also going to have a description of 140 characters that you could utilize to, really kind of brand yourself or, talk about what it is that you're offering. Maybe it'd be a free gift or maybe a discount on a product or service or a coupon code or something like that. But you get 140 characters, and on top of that, right below your picture is going to be a like button. So if someone clicks on the like button, say, for example, you put in an ad saying, like my page and get access to, free training or whatever it may be, they can click like without even clicking on your ad, and it won't even cost you anything. Just to look at some quick examples here, we were looking at a screenshot of my ad running yesterday, and we ran this ad starting the 9th of January. So it's only been running for a couple days. But looking at some of the stats here, this was something that I just pulled up yesterday. Now, the ad we're running, we spent a total of about $35 right now, and we've generated 70 clicks, so we're an average of 50 cents a click. And that's the only ones we paid for. But out of that ad, we've already generated 136 people to like our business. But we've only paid for 70 clicks. So you've got almost double the amount of people clicking like than actually clicking on our ad. So it's actually generating a lot more people to be connected with our business and stay connected with our business, because anytime I go on my wall and I put an update about my company, a link that I want to share with someone, a promotion or a coupon, when I go on my wall and I put that on there, it's giving a share to every single person who has liked my page. And if they interact on that page, say example, they click like on a photo I upload, or they comment on a photo, they write a testimonial on my wall, that again is shared with all of their networks. So not only do you get the sharing when they like your page, but you also get that sharing once they interact again with that page. And I've had clients that I was looking at today that's got one of her clients. It actually goes on her page multiple times a week, comments and likes all the photos. And I checked out how many friends he has. He has 406 friends. Mm-hmm. So every single time they're interacting, he's sharing that page and that client's company's information to every single person he knows. 400 people on average for every post. And if he's going on there multiple times a week and sharing that content, I mean, you could definitely see the exposure that brand's getting.
That's awesome data. Thank you for sharing the specific examples there. Is there anything else that comes to your mind as a business owner around why I would want to have a custom Facebook fan page for my business?
Well, a custom Facebook fan page is one of the first things that you need to get with Facebook. You got to look at it as Facebook is going to be your new website. Okay. The benefits of, if you want to compare this to a website, you have someone that's on your Facebook page. Okay, they can get the same amount of content that you put on your website on a Facebook page now if you have the right applications and tools necessary to do so, and be able to brand yourself just like you do on your website. The biggest downfall Facebook has had from getting businesses to market themselves on there is that inability to customize yourself, inability to brand yourself. People just saw that you could put your profile picture and maybe some wall pictures and then just update your wall. But then again, that's just a directory listing. It's not giving you any branding. The benefit that you have now with Facebook there is ability now to brand yourself. There is ability to customize yourself. You can put your services offered, coupons. Anything you can do on a website can now be done on Facebook, and it's what really my company is pioneering right now. Mm-hmm. By doing so, you're able to put everything you want on Facebook. You can put your specials, promotions, coupons, events, interact with your clients as well. The downfall of a website is that if you get someone to visit your website, unless they fill out a contact form that you may have on your homepage, there's no real way to track who that person is, if they're going to come back, or be able to remarket to them. You can only count on it if they picked up the phone and they called you. Mm-hmm. Now, on Facebook, when you go to your page on Facebook, if they like your brand, there you go. You've now got the ability to remarket to them, invite them to events, share content on their page, things like that. By them doing that, now you also have that ability for them to interact on your page and really brand yourself. There's not really much interaction that goes on a website, and that's what's really getting people to shift more towards marketing themselves on Facebook. If you want to look at some of the stats, let me just share some stuff with you by the University of Pennsylvania and the Pew Research Center. That's a really great survey and things that they've done recently. Mm-hmm. 93% of Facebook users share shopping suggestions, which means that anytime they're buying a brand, or if they're looking at purchasing or going down to a restaurant, they're sharing that information. They're checking into the restaurant, or they're sharing the new pictures of the new Adidas that they got, or they're sharing that they just went to Disneyland or something like that. So you're having 93% of Facebook users sharing places that they shop at, and that's really great for brands. One downfall that I'm seeing is that brands are only responding to 50% of brand page posts. And then to look at 80% of users who received a response to their post made a purchase as a result of that interaction. So you really want to focus on, if you're going to have a brand and you're putting yourself on Facebook, that you are interacting with your clients. It's the whole purpose of what Facebook is all about. So if you see a post that a client puts, a buying question, or them saying, oh, man, this looks great, or giving you a testimonial, go on there and personally thank that person. Thank you for the post, or respond to their question, because it's going to end up getting you more business, bottom line. Okay. 47% of companies have generated leads from Facebook, along with 41% of companies have closed deals from Facebook. So you can see that, majority of, almost half of businesses that have themselves online on Facebook are generating deals from it, and only maybe 1 to 2% actually have a customized branded page. Mm-hmm. So even without customization, you are still able to generate leads and deals from Facebook, which is a really cool tool. Mm-hmm. Another stat here, the average cost of obtaining a fan is $1.07 a click. Now, with our tools, we're going to teach you how to actually utilize Facebook to where you can bring that number down. That is the national average. That's where people that just go on there and try to obtain fans. But looking at the stats that I've already ran here, my average cost to actually generate leads or generate, likes on Facebook is about 25 cents per like. So it's actually been able to generate a lot lower number than that, and we can definitely teach how to do that. Another stat that almost 2/3 of businesses surveyed used Facebook as their main marketing tool because of the cost that it comes with. It's very, very minimal. I mean, to generate people exposed to your brand, as you can see from my stats here, 136 people like our page and only cost me $35. I mean, imagine having 136 people in front of your brand, how much that will really cost your business. For $35, obviously it's a no-brainer. 87% of Facebook fans said they are satisfied with a particular brand. So people that have liked your brand, 87% of those people are satisfied with your company. So if they go on there and like your business, keep in mind that a majority of those people are satisfied customers of your brand. Okay. And then if you look at it as well, 75% of brand likes on Facebook come from advertising. So yes, it's good to market yourself by word of mouth, telling your customers come in-house and tell them, hey, like my business on Facebook. It's definitely effective. I had clients that have generated, over 1,000 people to like their business in less than 2 months just by that one feature alone, word of mouth. But advertising your business on Facebook is very cost-effective and very effective as well.
Is there a way to be able to link likes to sales?
As far as tracking it, you can, because you get the insights on Facebook when you go in there and you have your advertising running, or you just have your page up and running at all. You have the access to the Insights tab, which shows you how many people have liked your brand, how many people have interacted on your page recently, how many people have seen your posts that you've done. Now, a great way to track it is offering some type of incentive or a coupon code, just like you do with any other type of advertising. The only way to track it is to really offer some type of incentive for them to utilize that is going to say, hey, this is where I found this lead. You can always ask your clients as well when, they end up calling you up for business. Majority of them, when they do call you, they're going to say where they found you. Hey, I was looking on your Facebook. I saw you had a coupon, and I wanted to take advantage of that coupon. Or they're going to contact you directly by email or submit a contact form request. So there's things on Facebook where you can actually submit lead generation tools where you can actually, put a short code on there saying, hey, text this to this number and generate leads from there. You can put a lead capture form where you ask them for their name and email and be able to generate leads doing that, and you can know exactly where these leads are coming from.
Interesting. Can we talk a little bit more about that integration, or either the integration or the more of the pros about Facebook's versus websites? Like, if I already have a website, are you saying that stop focusing on the website and get a Facebook page and do everything from that? Is there a pro and con to integrate the two, or tell me about that?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, you want to obviously have your website. That's going to be a great tool. Social media is going to be an additional tool that can actually help you generate more business than your website. I mean, for our company itself, I would say at least 75% of our business has come from Facebook only. We don't really market our website. We primarily focus on the social media aspect because of the ability to draw, multiple times the amount of traffic. I mean, just looking at you go into say you had a website and you get someone to visit your website, you're counting that person one at a time. You spend the money on marketing yourself on Google, either with an SEO company, getting yourself on the front page, spending a couple $100s a month, or, spending money in Google AdWords, which obviously everyone knows how expensive that could be. I have clients that are spending upwards of $500 to $1,000 a month just on Google AdWords. I mean, it definitely works. You're going to generate business from it, but it's very, for people that want a little bit more cost-effective approach to marketing, Facebook, social media is going to be a great tool, because if you were to compare it to a website, and you get one person one at a time on Google AdWords, say you spend $500 a month and your cost per click is $2 a click, you're generating 250 people to your site that you're hopefully is going to call you up and you'll generate business from it. But then again, they might just be calling to price shop you. I mean, they've got 20 other people on the front page that they're going to call as well. It's not as if they've been referred to your business. They typed in a keyword that's relevant to what they're looking for, and they found 21 companies on the front page, and, they see that your ad, you stood out to them. They may click on your ad and then, go there and call you up and get a price quote. But the difference with Facebook is that the people that see your ad, there's two different ways they do it. If they see your ad on Facebook because of an advertising that you're doing, like the Facebook ads, then they see your ad. They may not even been looking for your services, but they saw your ad and it intrigued their interest, and then they clicked on it. So it's not something they're actively searching for. So it does give it a lot more cost-effective benefit. But then again, you also have the ability to generate referrals from it, because you get someone, for example, I've got 136 people that click like on my ad. By them doing that, my social reach, because I also get that statistic from Facebook as well, which means how many people saw my ad because their friend liked my page, 216 people out of the 70 clicks that I've gotten, 136 likes. So we've generated not only the people that are brought to my page, and I've only paid for 70 clicks, but I've got 136 plus 216 people to actually view my business. So that, again, right there in itself, generating, for Google ads, you're paying every time someone clicks on your ad. If someone's going to see your business, you're paying for it, however much that cost per click is. The benefit with social media is that you get someone to click on your ad, and they they just like your page. That's shared with all their friends. Now, 216 people also clicked on your page just because their friend liked it. They're validating your business. That is one of the biggest benefits, is that when someone is sharing your information with their friends or their family or their coworkers, they're validating your business. They're showing them, hey, this company, I've done business with them, or I've liked them, or I've seen what they're about, and it seems like something I'm interested in. They're validating your business. It's not some random post coming up from someone they don't know. It's their cousin, their aunt, their coworker, their best friend, their sister. It's someone that they know that has had some type of connection with your business, and that's very, very powerful, being that 87% of people trust peer recommendations. So you have that type of power of viral marketing, being on Facebook, having your business where everyone else is already at. It's definitely a great tool. A website, though, definitely recommend still having a website, but as far as marketing dollars, myself and my business and a lot of people I know, Facebook is going to be the new wave. I mean, they're looking at some numbers at 93% of businesses by 2013, just a year from now, are going to be marketing on social media because of the cost effective and how beneficial it is and the return on investment that they're getting.
Well, let me ask you about the cost of running an ad, because I know with AdSense, it's competition that drives that price up for the pay-per-click.
Yes.
Is it the same strategy in determining the cost per ad within Facebook?
Well, the benefit with Facebook is that you target demographics instead of keywords. Because in keywords, that's where it gets expensive, where they'll look at, say you're a plumber and you're out of the city of Irvine, California. You go and type in plumber, Irvine, California. That's going to be a very expensive keyword. There's a lot of plumbers in Irvine, and that's going to be, probably the most popular word people type in. So that could be running $10 to $15 per click.
Right.
On Facebook, you target demographics. Yeah, it does fluctuate as far as the price per click and how much it would be, but I've yet to see a price go over $1.50 a click.
Okay, so if I'm a plumber in Irvine, California, instead of paying $10 for potential pay-per-click out on Google, I would choose demographics for homeowners in Irvine. How would I position it differently to be able to reach the same target audience?
What you would do is you would target specific people, so you can say your certain city. The benefit of having it so low in cost is that you don't need to have it so narrow. I mean, you can definitely do that, and it's going to be a benefit to you because you're going to have really targeted. If I only deal with, people between 25 to 30 years old that are married, that live in this city only, it'll tell you specifically why you're putting your ad together, how many people you're going to be able to reach exactly, and also how much is the maximum amount you'll pay per click. My ad, when I put it together, we ran it at $1.07 per click was my bid, but I've paid no more than 50 cents per click. So even if the ad suggests that you put $1.50 a click, you may be only paying 70 to 80 cents a click, and it's going to show you as well. My ad is still running at I'm putting it at running at $1.07 a click, and yet I'm still paying no more than 50 cents. Sometimes been even lower than that. I've had it as low as 38 cents a click. So Facebook's going to run your ad, and based on the competition of those specific demographics at that time, will give you your budget, but more than likely it's going to be a lot less than what you're actually doing now.
Manny, when you and I get off of this interview, I'm going to have some more conversation with you about this, because with all the kinds of things that run through my mind is how can I find out how specific of that search criteria. If I wanted to run an ad and I knew I wanted a certain type of business owner within a certain age range and a certain city zone. I mean, I'm curious now about how specific you can get in terms of targeting your cost, targeting the placement of your ad to be able to get the most ROI on the investment.
Well, the first thing you want to figure out is exactly who you want to have your ad shown up. I mean, you want to look at your demographics. And your demographics, let's say you deal with people 25 and up that live in, certain cities. You can target by interest, if they have sports interests, if they're small business owners, if they like running, if they like, certain music they like, you can narrow that down. Anything that Facebook allows you to customize with yourself, you're going to allow to use as some sort of narrowing down of demographics. So depending on the type of business you do, you can, target single, you can target married, in a relationship, divorced. You can target specific zip codes, cities, countries. You can do up to 25 countries at a time that you're targeting. So if you're a worldwide company, you can go worldwide with it. You can do it by state, by province, city, zip code. You can do men, women, or both. You can do certain interests if they have a certain language. Like if they only speak Chinese, you can narrow it down by there. You can target college grad, education level, work history. If they work for certain companies, you can target them. It's a really cool feature that what you can do to really target specific people here.
Can you
once you start, go ahead.
Can you target profession?
Profession, like what type of profession?
Like accountants or restaurant owners or, finance folks. Can you get that specific?
Well, as far as the activities, let me give you some of the examples here of what we're looking at. You've got activities such as if they like cooking, dancing, crafts, event planning, gaming, gardening, literature, reading, photography, traveling. For business interests, you can target real estate agents. You can target science, business owners, personal finance, computer programming. You can even target if they have a birthday recently, if they've recently moved. So if you're a moving company or a design company and if they've recently moved to a new place and you want to really get them to look at getting some product into your house or stuff like that.
You
can target baby boomers, people that are not living with their hometown, if they've been engaged for less than a year, if they're a newlywed, if they're parents. You can see if they have children between certain ages. Like if you target, bounce houses and you're a party company, you can target people that have children between certain ages, 0 to 3, 4 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 19. You can target people if they focus on education, if they drink beer, if they do a lot of charity, if they have pets, if they're really into politics. You can even target people by this type of phone they have. If they have a BlackBerry, Windows phone, iPhone, Android, mobile. You can even target by people the type of movies they like. If they like classic movies, animated movies, horrors, family, romance. And again, by the music. There's all types of different, alternative children's music, gospel, classic rock, classical comedy, metal, pop, R&B, hip-hop, all that stuff. And even by, retail and shopping, by beauty products, consumer electronics, luxury goods, and then again by sports, if they like baseball, basketball, cricket, extreme sports, fantasy sports, football, golf, hockey, NASCAR, soccer, and tennis. So there's really a lot of narrowing down that you can do to where you can say, all right, this is my target audience. This is I know will generate business for me. And these are the only people that will see your ad. And every single time you start narrowing it down, it'll refresh and tell you exactly how many people you have. So if you know that, hey, I want to reach 10,000 people, and here's the interest, I want it real narrow, and it'll tell you specifically how many people. Like if you targeted everyone in the United States, not really much of narrowing down, you've got 142 million active people that utilize their desktop for accessing Facebook. So it's a really cool tool because the people that are going to see your ad, you want them to be people that are sitting in front of their computer, that are looking at a big screen. The mobile base, not a lot of advertising is on there, if any, but the people that are sitting in front of the computer, either they're on their lunch break or they're at home, or stay-at-home moms just shopping around. Women are actually twice as more likely to click on your ad versus men. So if you have a woman-based business, keep in mind that is a great tool to use to market yourself, because it's going to be a better click-through rate if you're targeting women only.
And women know other women, and you're converting me here through this process, Manny. Thank you. Thank you for giving the detail. I know one of the questions we were going to talk about was how to generate leads on Facebook. Did we cover that? Do you have more to say about that?
Leads. This is a great tool to generate leads. If you actually look at our fan page itself, we actually have a lead capture form on there where we offer a free incentive for people to give us their information, either their name and email, or you can target their phone number or whatever it is that you want to grab. But it's a great tool because you can actually use that for your ads. It doesn't even have to be your main page that pulls up. I mean, you may have multiple tabs. Like for us, we've got our customized animated website layout on our fan page. Then we have another tab that has our lead capture form where we offer our free Facebook training. And people, they can go on either tab, and we can market ads that go to their own specific tabs. Like, for example, if you have an events tab where people can go there and register to get informed about your events. You can have a YouTube channel integrated with there where all of your YouTube videos will be there. You can have a lead capture form, a customized landing page where they're all different tabs, and you can run multiple ads and seeing which is getting you your better results, which is generating you more leads. What we do is we have a lead capture form that generates our success tips on Facebook. So it's the 8 steps to success on Facebook, and we are giving that away for free right now, where people go to our page, they just put in their name and email, and they'll start receiving our emails. This is a great tool for email campaigns, which email campaigns is a very, very strong benefit using business-wise. There's some recent study that came out. They did a survey with small business owners and gave their opinion on which do you think is going to be the best result for your business. Now, comparatively to display ads, which, decals that you put on your windows, your company vehicles and things like that, billboard ads, stuff like that, print ads, versus search ads, which is people finding you on Google, on Yahoo, on directories, versus email ads. Okay. Now, the percentage-wise on the benefits, as percentages of businesses that perform strong in these areas, 42%, 42.1% saw a benefit using display ads. 56.8% saw a benefit using search ads, the putting yourself on Google and stuff like that. Email campaigns saw a benefit of 80.4% of business owners preferred using email ads. So right there, you can see email is a very effective tool to generate business, where you can actually put together autoresponders where, like, for example, you can use Constant Contact, Aweber, whatever it may be, where you can put together emails that will automatically go out every couple of days to your clients. You can send out broadcast emails whenever you have some type of, incentive, say a monthly or weekly incentive that you offer that you want to send out to all of your list. That signs up for you. And it's a great tool to generate leads, generate, remarketing tools. And like, for example, we have clients that have sign-up forms at their actual store where people can go there and there's like an iPad listed on the desk where people can give their name and email and sign up for their coupons. Just by doing that, you're able to keep people to rebuy from you again, and also get people that may have not purchased from the get-go a month, 2 months down the road end up buying your product. But if you don't grab their information and you're not marketing to them, there's no way for you to really bring in that business. So it's a great tool to help generate more leads for your business and able to remarket them effectively that actually works. Yes, emails sometimes don't go into the inbox, but then again, the more people that you do have, the better chance you have of reaching your target audience. And if you're using some type of, constant contact or AWeber, it's a lot more effective tool to make sure they do receive it. And there's also a lot of tracking tools to be able to see who's receiving your emails, who's not receiving them, who's opening them, what links they're clicking on. A really great one I like to use myself is AWeber, where people can go in there, they submit their form. I can see how many people opened up my emails, how many people clicked on certain links in my emails, because I have certain links that go to a specific part of either my website or my Facebook page or, a buy now feature or something like that. When they do that, I'd be able to track everyone who clicks on it. Even if they didn't, generate anything from it or called me, I can tell whether this person is really interested or even looking at my emails. Mm-hmm. You can talk to someone on the phone about your business, and they say, oh, yeah, send me some information. I'll check it out. It sounds great to me, and, just send me information, and I'll check it out. You send it to them, and you're playing this follow-up, and you're calling them up, and they're not answering their phone. You may just think they're busy, or, they answer, and they say, what, now's not a good time. Call me later. You can actually go in there on AWeber, and you actually see if they've opened the email, if they've clicked on the links, if they've, how long it took for them to open the email. You can see what time they did it. Mm-hmm. So it's a great tool to really even track who you should follow up with or not. I use it to where I can see, if I send someone some information, how quickly did they open up the email? I can even filter out, I can go through my list of, say, 10,000 people and filter out who opened up my second email, who opened up my fourth email, who clicked on this link. So I can even go in there and send a targeted message directly to those specific people that it may have clicked on a certain link in my email that I said, hey, click here to find out more information about this specific type of my product or service, and ended up generating a lot more targeted leads and emails that, you don't have to branch out to every person. You can sit there and target to specific people.
Cool. Once, you get you capture their information, you've had them like your page, so now you're able to communicate to them through updating your wall as well as sending information out to them via their email address. How do you convert someone who likes your page into a paying client?
The way you do that is always the follow-up, always the interaction, making sure that you have some type of incentive, and obviously put a call to action. You want to make sure that they're participating. You don't just want to send out that information to them. Like, for example, I have clients that, I look on their wall and I see that they're just putting statements on their wall. They're not asking questions. A big thing on Facebook is you want to ask questions. You want to generate a response that is going to be one sentence or less. So when you go on there and you update your Facebook page and you say you put a newsfeed, upload a photo with that newsfeed, you're going to get an 80% chance of them, 80% better chance of them actually responding to your ad or your newsfeed posting just by putting a picture or a video with it. Okay, because everyone's visual. When they go on Facebook and they're flipping through the newsfeed, they're going to look at the picture first, see if it grabs their attention, and then they're going to read the post. If there's no picture, then they may just fly right by your post because you're not really giving something relative to what they're saying. There's so much information overload out there, and you want to make sure that you're going to stand out from everyone else that's putting their information there. So by doing so, you're going to turn that lead into a more active person. They may buy right away. I mean, I've got some clients where they put a post on there and they've got 3 or 4 people that reply back to that post saying, how do I get that done? Just for an example, I have a company called T Salon and Spa. They're a salon out of Chicago, and if you go to their page and start looking at their wall, you'll see that every post they have includes a picture. They talk about, like recently, they added on a service massage at their spa and salon there. And you had people comment on there saying, oh, how much is it for this? What time can I get down there? Things like that. So you're getting more people to interact, and you can really track to say, hey, did you find me on Facebook or something like that? But always by putting some type of call to action. What they do is they typically upload a picture. They give a description of what it is that they're offering, like if they have, a new color, a new design, new hairstyle or something like that, they'll put a picture of an example. along with the, the person who specializes in that and their contact information. Call now to make your reservation. And then you got people that reply, hey, I'm going to call tomorrow. Hey, is that ad still good that I saw, 2 weeks ago about, the New Year's Eve posting or something like that. So stuff like that where people can register and really interact and always put a call to action at the end of that posting. Get them to call you, get them to send you an email, get them to put a posting on there, ask them a question, because then if they respond, then you can interact with them and then ask them more things to do. So by them interacting, it's them giving you their okay, go ahead to really interact with them as well, to start marketing to them, to give them some type of call to action to generate business.
It comes down to engagement, doesn't it? Having it be a two-way deal.
Always with Facebook and social media, you want to engage with your clients. It's not just putting yourself out there and trying to spend money in advertising. I mean, that you're definitely going to generate business from there. But if you really want to take the power of social media and use it as a benefiting tool for your business to where you may even just do away with your website. I've had countless clients that have, had a website, generated business from it, but wasn't too happy with the amount of business they're generating from it. We got them on social media. They started generating multiple times the amount that they were doing on their own website for, half the cost, and it just became a no-brainer. They're like, okay, why would I keep paying for a website when I can focus all my marketing dollars on Facebook and generate twice the amount of business? It just makes sense. So you really got to look at it as a side of what type of business do you have, what can you use for that business. If your business is more of a personal type of business where you can do more of a one-on-one, you're going to really see a great benefit of it. Big corporations have obviously seen a great benefit of it. I mean, looking at how much advertising, I'm pretty sure you guys watch some TV. I mean, watch TV commercials tonight and count how many businesses you see that advertise their Facebook page versus their website. How many times do you see at the end of the commercial, follow us on Twitter, find me on Facebook, like us on Facebook. So, more people are now advertising social media because of the amount of traffic they can bring based off of that versus then marketing their website. Because marketing their website, again, it's one-on-one. You're getting one person at a time. You can do the same thing you can do on a website. Anything you can do on a website, we can do now on Facebook. You can do slideshows. You can do galleries. You can do opt-in forms. You can do products. You can have an online store. They can literally buy your product from Facebook. We have that ability now. So why not have that benefit of having your website on Facebook and having that power of social media and viral marketing when you can do it right there? It's already readily available, and not a lot of people know that. And that's what we want to bring to the masses, that they do have that ability to market themselves effectively on Facebook and actually have branding. Most people think, oh, it's a Facebook page, all I have is my wall. I mean, how am I going to market my brand if all I have is a small little box picture to where, it's got my profile picture? Not a lot of people know that they can do a fully customized layout, full website with multiple tabs within the actual Facebook page itself, not just the wall, info, photos tabs, but you have your tab where it has your customized layout, and you actually have tabs within it like a home page, about us, testimonials, contact us, services offered, things like that, to where you can really get customized with this layout and get animation on top of that, where you can have, like I've got a limo company that I've got limos that drive across the screen while people are on their Facebook page. So it's something that's really attention gathering, visually stimulating to where it's going to generate response. And there's also ways to actually generate more likes by giving yourself a like booster. There's ability to whether you do it in HTML format, which is the static, non-moving page, or the animated format, flash animation, stuff like that, where you can actually get people to like your page before they get access to your content. For example, we've got clients that offer, hey, like my page and receive a free video on certain training. Now, by doing that, you're giving them something and giving them a call to action to do that. So you tell them, hey, if you like my page, it's not like they're going on there and they're having to fill out a long form or anything like that, or give you all this information. They click one button on Facebook. They click like. I mean, clicking the like button is the most popular thing being done on Facebook. More popular than people updating their own status, more popular than people commenting their own status. is people liking pages or liking content. So when you have that type of usage and it's so popular and so already used, I mean, it makes sense to offer some type of incentive. Hey, just like my page and receive a free gift. I saw recently, I forget who it was. It was one of the big corporations that was literally giving away $50,000 for people who had liked their page. Hey, like my page and enroll and get a chance to win $50,000. I mean, who gives away $50,000 for just by someone liking their page? If they see the value of that like and how much they can actually remarket to that person, because when they click the like button, they opt in and they share with all their friends. I mean, it's the two things you've wanted every single person to do since you've opened your doors for business. Yeah. You want them to give you their information to market over and over again, and you want them to share your company with every person they know. I mean, at the end of your service call, you tell your clients, hey, tell your friends and family about me if they need our services. Do you have information? Here's my business cards. Here's some promotional materials that I've made for you that, if you need business again, call me up. Hey, here's some magnets you can put on your refrigerator. Here's, recently a payroll company was talking to me, and they gave me this nice little letter opener that, it's addictive. I mean, I see it every day, and it's something that they give away, and it's a great promotional tool. So same thing with Facebook. I mean, you get that same feel and that same response just by them clicking a button on their computer screen. They don't have to answer their phone when you keep bugging them, or they don't have to, go out of their way to really give you that type of, they don't have to go in and tell every single person about your business. They click one button and it automatically does everything. And that's really, really powerful for businesses, and why it's really becoming so popular, because, I mean, everyone and their mother is already on Facebook. It hasn't even gone into China yet, which is the most populated, country in the world, and it's got over 800 million users. I mean, 80% of America is using Facebook, and 70% use it every single day. So to have this type of usage, I mean, it gets more traffic each day than people doing Google search results, just logging in their Facebook. I mean, for women, there's a reason why women do a lot more of ad postings and stuff like that, and interaction. Women spend an average of 3 hours a day on Facebook. Men spend an average of an hour a day. So, I mean, looking at these numbers here, if you have a business, you need to use social media. It's plain and simple. It's the wave of the future. People are already using it now, and you want to get in there. Just like when Google first came out, people were like, Google search engine, I don't know if that's going to really take off. And, it got popular, after about 4 or 5 years. But Facebook, it took 3 years to really get to where it's becoming a household name. And now that it's got over 800 million users, I mean, just a couple months ago, I was toting about how it's got 700 million users. And just a couple months down the road, it's got, 800 million users. I guarantee by a couple months from now, it's going to have over 1 billion users. Right. And then it hasn't even gone public yet. Imagine the IPO. I mean, it's already valued at $100 billion for Facebook alone. So that type of power and this type of marketing and the addictiveness that Facebook has, you got to have your business capitalizing on it. And you don't want to just be another number in the crowd by not really utilizing the right tools to do it.
Okay, let's shift gears here for a second, because I know Facebook, and Manny, thank you so much for giving so many statistics and examples about how to best leverage and how to utilize a Facebook fan page that's custom to your business to really drive clients to your door. I know your organization, Brightside Advertising, does a couple other things. You want to talk a little bit about mobile smartphone apps and how that might be able to integrate into business too?
Yes. Mobile apps are very, very strong. It's actually going to be looking to overpass your desktop usage by 2016. Mobile apps are very, very popular. There's about close to 100 million people just in the United States alone that use Facebook from their mobile app as well. So it's a great tool to want to have yourself a mobile app for your business as well. Smartphones, obviously the most popular thing right now in cell phone usage. And there's, I think, out of the 7 billion people we have in the world, over 5 billion of them have a cell phone. So, I mean, it's very, very popular even, worldwide, regardless of where you're at. Cell phones are being used. Mobile apps are very strong in that you can actually have a lot more personalized interaction. Someone who downloads your app is obviously a very strong customer. And the ability with mobile apps, you can do everything you can do on a website. You can give, services offered. You can have an online store where they can buy your product right from your mobile app. I know that the Domino's or Pizza Hut app, you can literally place your order right from the app and have it delivered. You never even have to call them. You can just order your stuff from there. The statistics on apps, is really, really powerful. You've got a lot of people using smartphones. iPhone obviously is the number one app out there, and it just grows by about 20 to 30% per quarter as far as iPhone purchases. And what our company does is we actually create iPhone apps as well, so we can really brand your company, getting you a customized iPhone app, very inexpensive as well. So it's not too expensive. I've seen some app companies that charge $5,000, $20,000 for apps. Ours are very, very minimal, and you can definitely get in contact with us with more details on exactly what kind of app you want and what it can actually do. The type of apps that we have a standard setup of 23 different features. And what's really cool is that you can actually get some really cool features out of it, like you have an events tab where you can have push notifications. Push notifications is pretty much the same exact thing as a text message. Now, if you ever done any type of text message marketing, which is very, very effective because you're guaranteed to have your clients read it, it is very expensive. Anywhere between 5 to 10 cents per text message sent. So let's say you have a client base of 5,000 people, okay? 5,000 people that you send a text message to, may not even be a client base, may just be people you're marketing to. Mm-hmm. At 10 cents a click, that's $500 every single time you send out one text message. Mm-hmm. Our mobile smartphones, you can actually send out push notifications absolutely free. You can send out 10 a day, 1 a day, 5 a month, doesn't matter. However many you send out, they're absolutely free. So, you can put where your locations are located, promotions. You can have promotions that are specials currently going on. You can list all your services, your events. You can integrate social media feeds with our mobile apps as well. So people that you can have like a user wall where people can interact on your app, and that gets shared on their Facebook page, so we can integrate their Facebook and their Twitter directly from the mobile app. There's a calendar that they can put together, surveys, glossary. A really cool feature is the advertising bars that you can use. So if you have a good amount of traffic to your apps, you can actually have advertising bars where you could sell, advertising right on your app. There's a whole section where you can do that. You've got things where you can map out who's your users, who's using your app the most, who's opening your app the most, who's sharing your app the most. Again, with the online store where you can actually sell your products or services right from the store. We have clients that, like restaurants that sell they have their whole menu right there where people can buy it, just like the Pizza and Domino's app. Mm-hmm. You can have a really customized style, your own icons. We have over 10,000 different icons, layouts that you could use. So, your own personal style will have multiple different layouts that you can choose from, color schemes. We can customize them to your branding. There's a lot of cool things that we can do. And the push notifications is probably the most effective things to use because, for example, let's just say you're a restaurant, right? And you have a slow part of the day. Let's say Wednesday at around 3 o'clock. It's really slow at your restaurant. Mm-hmm. Offer some type of push notifications where you can target to people that are within a certain mile radius of your location, and you can go there and say, okay, for the next 100 people that come down to the restaurant, we're offering a free beer with the purchase of an appetizer, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So it's a great way to bring in more traffic that doesn't cost you. It's not going to be any edit. You have to send out emails. Emails are pretty effective, but they may not even get seen for the next couple. People don't check their emails on a constant basis. Right. But push notifications go right on the top of their cell phone. Even if they're in another app, if they're using their phone, if they're on a phone call, that push notification will pop up on the screen in front of everything. That's one really big benefit versus having a text message. A text message will show up in the background, but you'd have to open up your text message to see it. Push notification will pop up on your screen, and we'll show them, hey, this is what we're offering. Here, check it out. Or you can put a link to a sign-up form or a coupon or something like that. Hey, we're on Groupon, or we're on Living Social. Here's, check out our link here for a coupon to take advantage of. So it's, again, another way to generate leads, because right from the app, when you download it, you'll get a lead capture form where they can put in their email. They can skip it as well, so it's not invasive. It's not going to force them to do anything. But then again, you have clients that download your app. They're more than likely going to give you their information so you can send them their coupons and advertising and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stuff, Manny. It's a lot of excellent stuff. I'd like to shift gears here for a second and give you a chance to kind of put a nice light on your company called Brightside Advertising. If I wanted to consider going down this road, what can you do to help me?
Well, we have a lot of different products and services that we do offer at Brightside Advertising. We're a full marketing firm and graphic design and web design. Our most popular product is our customized Facebook fan pages. We do multiple different layouts. We can do a static HTML layout. We can do capture forms. We can do the fully animated websites, which is our most popular feature. It's something that's very exclusive, and I've really found no one out there that does what we do. Fully animated websites where it's multiple tabs, so it's not just a landing page, but a full website layout within Facebook, includes a like booster. We are offering that if you do text the word Brightside to 90210. That's Brightside, B as in boy, RIGHTSIDE, all one word, to 90210. You get a discount coupon for 20% off. And if you do call and mention the Get Clients Formula teleseminar, we'll give you an additional 10% off your order. Nice. So that is specifically just for this teleseminar. For any one of our products, we offer QR codes. These are custom QR codes. I'm not sure you've heard of those. The QR codes is called a quick response code. It's one of those square barcodes that you see, and they're black and white. And what we do is we actually have the ability to customize your QR code. If you go to our fan page at facebook.com/Brightside Advertising, you'll be able to see our custom QR codes where we actually include your logo in there, branding colors. So it's a really cool type of QR code that no one else really has right now. We offer our mobile apps right now. And again, you get the discounted rates, so check out those as well. But I also want to let you guys know there is the 8 Steps to Success on Facebook that I want to give to you guys for free. Go to facebook.com/Brightside Advertising. The first page we'll pull up is going to be our landing page for our success guide. So if you go there, all I need is your name and email address. You'll get the 8 Steps to Success. We're putting them into a video format as well. We are charging for the video format, but everyone who does get it part of this seminar, they will get those videos absolutely free. Nice. So go ahead and do that. Go to facebook.com/Brightside Advertising. Like our page, of course, while also getting the free information there. And if you guys do have any questions, they could give us a call. The number is included right there on our fan page. But if you can't find the fan page, it is 888-598-1055. You'll be able to reach us at any time, day or night, and feel free to give us a call.
What I'd like to say is I've had, again, I think I said before, the pleasure of working with Manny and his team, and when you look at the page that we have set up for this series, Get Clients Formula, under the business name of Results Development, everything you see there, they've created. And they can we take just a minute, Manny, and show the value of this page to a comparison of some of the numbers, just to reinforce what you can do and have this really kind of boil up to a tangible value?
Oh, definitely. Well, looking at just what we've done, keep in mind this page went live just about a week. Yep. It's only been live about a week. Okay, we want to do this on purpose because I wanted to show you how quickly and effectively we can bring people to Facebook. And, it's nothing that has to be taking 2 months to really see an effect and a benefit from it. It's something that you can take advantage of right away. In the week that we've had this page up, we've generated 546 people to like this page itself. Out of that, 473 people are talking about this page, either through posts that they're sharing, that they're clicking on. So out of the 546 people, 473 people are sharing your information. They're talking about your business. They're mentioning Get Clients Formula. They're mentioning this page. They're mentioning this seminar. So in a week's time, we've generated that amount of traffic. I mean, that's not doing any type of Facebook ads whatsoever. So imagine if we had included, just $50 in Facebook ads, we could have probably doubled that number there. But I want to show you without any really marketing dollars out of your pocket, how much traffic can be generated just by bringing this page to fruition. And in a week's time, generating, 1,000 people. I mean, that's in itself without doing really much of marketing. I mean, you can see the results yourself.
I'll add
the benefit of it, when we have a like booster on there, that's what's really going to help you out, because when you don't offer any type of incentives to them to like your page, it's going to be hard for you to generate likes. I mean, we took the like booster off of this. Imagine if we would have the like booster on it. We would have generated a lot more likes on it, but I want to show you just the bare bones minimum of what Brightside advertising can do for your business. So if we want to look at some really great strategies, we've got, looking at some other things. I bet this next seminar that we're going to be doing, I think we'll put a little bit more emphasis on a lot more marketing, and I'll show you the difference of what we did from this one versus the next one, and there's going to be a very big increase on that as well. But just even the bare bones minimum to get 546 people to like the business and 473 people talking about it in 1 week's time, that seems pretty strong.
It seems pretty strong. And just to add another statistic to this, so of the folks who came to the page, I can tell you in terms of the number of individuals who chose to opt in so that they would be able to get the access links to these particular topics, we've got 168 folks who have opted in that will have been getting emails from me every day with updates, as well as the posts that I've put on the wall here, which some have been too text-oriented. None of them have been questions or asking in a way to get engagement and interaction. They've been more updates. So on an opt-in piece, if I had done this just using a website, I would have had 168 folks that I have the ability to maintain relationship with. By using a Facebook fan page, I have about 4 times that number, with 546 people who have liked the page, and I've got the ability to start doing some different types of marketing in a more interactive, question-engaging way that I know is going to make a huge difference. So a very interesting way to be able to see how the stats differ of who actually opts in, but compared to who's interested but maybe not quite interested either in these topics or having the time to make the commitment to attend the training.
Yes. Yeah, that's one thing as well. When I was talking to a couple people about it, is that they didn't register for the event just because it's, hey, that just didn't fit in my schedule this week. But I liked it, so this way keep me informed on some new things if you have, a ways to get that. A lot of people didn't know that once they registered, if they didn't make the event, that we could send them the link and they can review it later. So that's one thing that I think probably held up a little bit of people. They think that, it's a one-time only event. If I don't register, I don't sit and watch for all of the things, I'm going to miss it. So, being that if you have something like that, it's going to be a lot easier for them to register for the event to get those likes going and stuff like that. So it's a pretty powerful tool just on that in itself, and getting people to like the page. But you also want to get them to know that, hey, just register for the event, or now you have 546 people that you can now market to effectively that have liked your brand, that have a connection to your business now, that can also take that information and share with all of their friends. So the more content that we're updating on there, the better we're going to have is getting more likes and generating more brand awareness. And so, when the next seminar comes down, so let's just say you're running an event, you get X amount of people to like your business, X amount of people show up for the event, but now you've got X amount of people to like your business, so now you can remarket those, invite them to new events, so you can generate even more brand awareness down the road for your other events and other products and services that you may be offering.
So that's my personal testimonial to the value of Manny and Brightside advertising. Facebook fan page brought 4 times more what would have come if I had only gone the website route. That's huge.
Thank you.
Manny, any other last? Huh?
I was glad I was able to share that with you. So
any other last? Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. I knew that when we were talking about social media and what we were putting together here, I knew that getting yourself on Facebook was going to be something that would be very powerful for your business, and I was glad that I was able to show you some real concrete numbers on how this really did bring in a lot of traffic for your business.
Yeah. Any other last words you want to say before we wrap up, Manny?
Other than thank you guys for taking the time and listening, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of questions. The 8 Steps to Success on Facebook is going to answer about 95% of those questions for you. So definitely get on board with that. It's absolutely free. We're not charging anything. I really want to, my main focus as the owner of Brightside Advertising and founder is I want to get people familiar with how to use social media. I talk to business owners every day that say, you know what, I know my business needs to be on Facebook. I know I need to get in touch with social media and get myself on there. I just don't know how to do it. And to me, being young, being very tech savvy, it really just comes natural to me. And, it confuses me a lot when I talk to people, and I'm like, it's really simple. This is all you got to do, step by step. And once I explain it to them, it becomes natural to them as well. And it's not difficult to utilize Facebook, but it's a science. There's certain things that you've got to do to make sure that you're benefiting on Facebook. You can't just go on there, put yourself on there with your name and say, all right, I'm just going to start generating business now because everybody's on Facebook. No, you've got to put yourself out there, and you've got to brand yourself, and you've got to market yourself effectively to where you generate interaction. Just like when you go on YouTube and you see some videos have 5 million hits and it's like the dumbest video I've ever seen, and then you've got the ones that are got really great content but only have 150 views. It's be all about the marketing and strategizing of what you're putting your product and how you're putting it out there. So definitely sign up for that on our Facebook page. It's the free sign-up form there, and be able to get every step by step, how to utilize your page, how to market it. And once the videos are put together, you're going to be able to just watch it, and we'll walk you through step by step on everything. So it's a really great power marketing tool. And once you're done with that, you're going to be able to start seeing some results like Terri here did.
All right, Facebook.com/Brightside Advertising.
Yes,
Brightside
with a B, right outside.
Yep, and to get access to an additional 10% discount when you make the call in to find out about services, let them know that you come from Get Clients Formula seminar, right?
Yes, you get the 20% discount by doing the Brightside, text the word Brightside, the 90210. Yep. And then the extra 10% discount just because you had paid attention and were on our seminar here today.
All right. Manny, thank you for your generous offer as well as for the gift of the craft and putting this together for us. I'm so glad you were able to join. For everyone else, go check them out. You absolutely owe it to yourself.